It's time for the hype of the night, the Breaux Show! And now, here's everybody's favorite two-stepping host, Michael Breaux!
Oh, hi there, and welcome to the Breaux Show. Thanks for coming on by. We got a really cool episode for you this week. Instead of doing our normal thing of a 2-minute toy review, we're actually doing a 2-minute toy preview, taking a look at the Captain America movie toys that are going to be officially hitting stores next week. We also have a movie review of the movie Thor, God of Thunder. That's right, Thor was in theaters this past weekend, and we got a chance to take a look at it. Little hint, it's really good. Also, we have our review of Doctor Who Episode 3 for Series 6. Doctor goes on a wet and wild adventure. What does that mean? You'll want to check out the review in just a moment. But for right now, instead of our normal toy and geeky news segment, we actually got to film a little bit in Comics and More in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, and in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, to cover Free Comic Book Day that happened this past weekend. So let's take a look at the tape right now. So, Doctor, how do you enjoy Free Comic Book Day so far?
It's quite fantastic.
On Saturday, May 7, 2011, Free Comic Book Day was held at local comic shops across the country. Free Comic Book Day started back in 2002 with an idea from a retailer with his own comic shop in Concord, California. Since then, Free Comic Book Day has continued every year, oftentimes with free issues tied to a big movie event, this year's being DC Comics' Green Lantern and Marvel Comics' Thor. Stores such as Comics and More in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, and their second location in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, often have sales and costume heroes on hand to celebrate the day. This weekend at the Plymouth Meeting location, we ran into the lovely Zatanna, Luke Cage, some Jedi, and even the 4th and 11th incarnations of the Doctor himself. When asked what comics he reads, the 11th Doctor actually answered,
I read a lot of things. I, of course, check out the Doctor Who comics. It's amazing how many people write about my adventure.
And over at the Comics and More in King of Prussia, they had comic book artists and local artists on hand to show off their stuff. Talk about a fun day to hit the stores, pick up some free comics, and check out the latest in toys, games, and of course, comic books galore. Now let's just hope they still have the Warriors 3 here when I get back this weekend for my own shopping. This is Michael Breaux reporting for The Breaux Show.
Okay, folks, that was really cool. Free Comic Book Day was a lot of fun, and again, I want to give a quick special thanks again to both Comics and More stores for letting me come in and take a look. It was a lot of fun. I even got my free comic books. Can't complain. Now, let's go right to our special 2-minute toy preview this time, taking a look at the Captain America movie toys. Again, Comics and More was gracious enough to let us come into their Plymouth Meeting store this past week and take a look at these figures up close and personal. Now, they have an official street date of May 16, 2011, so we couldn't buy them or even open them quite yet. But just to be able to look at the figures in their packages, wow. You thought the Thor figures were good this time around? Absolutely, these Captain America figures blow them out of the water. So let's take a look at them right now.
Comics and More in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania gave us exclusive access to give you a sneak peek at these figures before they go on sale on Monday, May 16th, 2011. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the figures. In Wave 1, we've got the following figures. The Ultimates version of Captain America from the comic series. Heavy Artillery Captain America from the comic series. Battlefield Captain America from the comic series. And finally, Winter Soldier from the comic series. In Wave 2, we've got the following figures. Super Combat Captain America from the movie series. Red Skull from the movie series. Crossbones from the comic series. Captain Britain from the comic series. U.S. Agent from the comic series. Heroic Age Captain America from the comic series. And finally, Winter Combat Captain America from the concept series. Now remember, these are officially hitting store shelves on Monday, May 16th, 2011. They look amazing in person, so grab them when you see them.
Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed that look at the Captain America movie toys as much as I had fun taping it for you. So let's talk a little bit of Doctor Who, shall we? Episode 3 aired this past week, and it was a fun episode. It wasn't a great episode, but it was a fun episode. The Doctor, of course, landed the TARDIS in a fun and wacky place. Where was that? In the belly of a pirate ship. Now, pirates seem to be a little bit played out, except when it comes to Pirates of the Caribbean, of course, and I think that's how this episode was timed a little bit, but it was fun nonetheless. The pirates themselves were a little trite, a little used too much. However, I did enjoy the relationship between the captain and his son. I did enjoy that quite a bit. I also enjoyed Amy and Rory again in this episode a lot. Especially the fact that Rory died, well, again, he keeps on dying. He has more knives than a cat, it seems. He died again, or was about to die, and he knew that was going to happen, so he told Amy that she had to save him by resuscitating him. I won't say how that happens or anything, but needless to say, that whole scene there with Amy trying to resuscitate him, you see the pain in her eyes, and it really sold me on the Amy character. I really like her a lot. And you saw the doctor actually sort of just give up and realize Rory wasn't going to come back. Of course, he does in the end, but still, it's kind of sad to see the doctor just give up. It's something I've never seen before. Now, I also enjoyed the alien, quote, alien that we saw there that was supposedly killing the pirates off one by one. I liked the little twist as to why the alien was sort of doing it, and I really enjoyed the look of this alien, too. Very cool, very sexy, especially with the bluish-green light, and even red towards the end. I also enjoyed the fact that this alien traveled through reflections only. When I say reflections, it could have been water, it could even be a polished crown. So that was really cool. Needless to say, it was a good episode, but not great. I'm actually looking forward to next week's episode, that's airing this weekend as a matter of fact, where the doctor gets email, possibly from another Time Lord. So I can't wait to see that episode and review it for you. So that's what I thought of Doctor Who this week. We're going to be right back after this.
This week in Geektastic History.
This week in Geektastic History, Sean Connery made his first appearance in movies as the spy everyone wants to be, Bond. James Bond. On May 8, 1963, Dr. No opened in theaters and introduced moviegoers to the suave Sean Connery with that accent, that flair, and those famous numbers, 007. Connery went on to star in several more Bond features, including Goldfinger in 1964, You Only Live Twice in 1967, and after an extended hiatus returned one more time to Bond in 1983's Never Say Never Again. It just goes to show that even as other actors would play Bond, Connery is often still thought of as the best Bond, James Bond.
This week in Geektastic History.
Alright folks, now let's talk the movie Thor, God of Thunder. That's right, Thor, God of Thunder. It was an amazing movie. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to even go on a limb and say it was better than Iron Man itself from Marvel Studios. Now, why is it better? Because Kenneth Branagh, the director, took this movie, took the story with the writers, and took you on an adventure. They took the best parts of Iron Man and threw in a little bit of Lord of the Rings and gave us Thor. It was amazing. I thoroughly loved this movie. Needless to say, it was a movie about a bratty son, a scheming brother, lots of great action and adventure, heck, even a little bit of romance thrown in to make a magnificent movie. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Chris Hemsworth, he is Thor, period. Absolutely, no one else will ever play Thor again in my eyes. Well, maybe 50 years down the line, but still. Then we have also Anthony Hopkins. He just demands respect when he's on screen. So you watch him, you give him his respect. Natalie Portman, great as always. She's picked up and done very well after that debacle that was Your Highness. And we now have also The Warriors 3 were fun to watch. Sif was a great, and I really enjoyed Loki played by Tom Hiddleston. He really did sell this movie. He was conniving, he was evil, he was sneaky, and everything he did really just sets everything up for future movies, including the upcoming Captain America and Avengers movies. Definitely, absolutely, you need to see this movie, especially if you saw the first two Iron Man movies and the original Hulk movie that just came out a few years ago. And if you don't stay for the end credits scene, the one that happens after all the credits, you're not going to be ready for Captain America, and you surely will not be ready for the Avengers coming up in next year. Why do I say that? If you watch that end scene and then go back and watch Thor again, everything comes into question with one particular character, and it's not Loki. Needless to say, go check it out. I highly, highly recommend it. So let's go ahead and wrap up the show. Mike, take it away. Thanks, Mike. All right, folks, thanks for coming on by. It was a really great, fun show this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Big shout-out to Comics and More, both in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, and in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, especially Rob, Ray, and the entire staff at both stores. You guys rock. Thank you for letting me come in to film on Free Comic Book Day and take a special quick look at those new Captain America movie toys. You guys absolutely rock. Also, I want to give a quick shout-out to the 4th And the 11th doctors that I met at Free Comic Book Day over in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, they talked to me and they were a lot of fun. They were great. And I got some free jelly babies from the 4th doctor, so rock on. Also, another quick shout out to Victoria Cosplay as well. She was one dressed up as a Tana and she looked great and she was fun to talk to, super sweet. Thank you, you rock. Also, everybody who watches the show, thank you for watching. Again, so much fun, so much time I put into this show for you guys. And I can't wait for next week's show because it's going to be even more fun and wacky, I'm sure. So you guys have a great day. Take care, everybody. And as always, rock on, everybody.